It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you... Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best. I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not...
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the... We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and... Speaking of guides, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead. What with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for some... You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. I shall reach out when I... For now, focus on your classes and pay...
If I had to pick a favorite. Is that all you've got? Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise is good. Now, well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, good performance.
I know. This can't be your first duel. Let's just say only Protego. Stupid Protego.
I do, John. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge.
Thank you, Professor Hackett. Glad to have the opportunity.
If what I've seen today is any indication, I demand excellence from... A classroom duel is one thing, but battling...
Understood, Prof.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing again. Well done today. All right, that's enough.
I'd hate to face Professor Hackett in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things...
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something.
It was certainly good.
Practice. Didn't expect it. Then again.
I've dueled enough.
Huh. Fair enough. You owe me an honor. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain...
Exclusive.
Excellent. If you want to get the most, whether it's joining a secret, you just have to be...
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Pleasure. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if you're... Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. Till next time.
Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. Sometimes have to remind him of things.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But
Accio.
That is not bad.
very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the luckiest possible moment. Very good. Splendid! That's it! Stay focused. Very good! But there's certain... You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Visa. That is how it's done.
Accio.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. Phew.
Accio.
Not to worry.
Let us see this.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Yes!
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Visa. There we go.
Accio.
Nicely done. Watch this. That is how it's done.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this,
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. Phew.
Accio.
Splendid!
Visa.
Revelio.
Well done. Here we go. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Two perfect rounds. You're a natural. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game, but took weeks for me to get.
Thank you, but
I appreciate. I transferred here from Wagon. My mother resident. Before I knew it,
is Wagadu my...
Wagadu School of Math, but it never seemed to.
Is Wagadu...
Its address is... I remember the first time and then it just made...
This may seem an odd...
Mostly, yes.
Spells cast without a wand.
No. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to me. I must admit, however, that
It's nice to learn about.
Thank you for asking. I think Professor... Until next time.
Revelio.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so...
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to...
I did.
Well, an outdoor...
What's charming? You did well, man.
Thank you, Professor.
Miss Onai is... Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors expect to hear from me soon.
Ni hungrig? Ja.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello.
Samantha Dale. Hope your first day's going.
Thank you, but it...
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Well, better see to my charms homework. Ugh. I'm trying to grow some active and green.
Modili. Did I miss Tedione? Did I miss Tedione?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What about the room, Professor?
I trust your
They did.
I heard. Seems, Professor, I'd wager.
Nothing more.
I see. Regardless, you must get... In that regard, I've asked you...
I'm not sure...
You shall find the time. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet... Now, we've arranged to replace...
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander, you've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand.
Can you tell me...
J. Pippin's potions, Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand.
I've never heard of...
A spellcraft. I shall explain more.
There's an Ollivander?
There is. Mr. Olive. I would trust him.
I'm E.
Very well. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or...
I'd like to go...
Glad to hear it. He'll keep you well.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him. And once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, no time to waste. The sooner you can...
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell?
Indeed I do. Fixes things more frequent. As Professor Weasley mentioned, a number of your... I have arranged...
Why must I...
No lesson or lecture can compare such...
Revelio.
Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks I completed. Marvelous. Let us give the old mending. Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and...
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good.
Revelio.
If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water.
Reparo.
It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, I'm told you're in dire need. Is this your fur?
It is.
Well, Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me. and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section. And I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
You think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
It's my favorite thing.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
You can see.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
Huh? What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other...
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcraft.
Perfect. And a short list. I just have to pop into a shop to... Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.